Hello and welcome to another edition of X Feed. Oh my goodness, we've been covering the market the entire year, and we try to make it like fun, or we cover just news and stuff that's happening. But wow, have I ever not seen it more euphoric than it is right now? If you haven't checked out the charts, if you're remotely in crypto, you're probably doing relatively well. The question about nation currencies, it's not really a topic at all right now. People are just looking at different cryptos, specifically Bitcoin, and being like, holy smokes, what's going on? FOMO is back. Does that mean retail's back? Does that mean institutions are buying? Well, we're going to go check out the X feed and see what's going on. My name is Ashiller. If this is your first time tuning in, what's up? We talk about NFTs, crypto, and all that other good jazz. Would love for you to stick around if you haven't. Then ball and therps. What's going on, brother? How we doing? I am absolutely 100% convinced crypto and its tech can and will empower some of the most impactful disruptions in history in all areas of life. Decentralized power, opportunity, wealth, and access. Totally agree with that sentiment. I think that's one of the reasons why, as soon as I started learning about crypto, I was like, this seems rather big. This seems rather important. And boy, oh boy, were we right with that. Now, this is kind of cool coming from Quit over on ApeChain. So this is a 50-50. It's a massive gamble, but let's kind of talk over it a little bit. So how it works, send some amount of ApeCoin to the contract. It must be a power of 10. So 1, 100, 1,000, etc. If somebody else sends the same amount, one of you is randomly chosen to receive both deposits minus the fee. If you get tired of waiting, you can withdraw your ape. So listen, if Ballin and myself are like, hold on, we're going to risky for a bisky, right? We both send 10 ape to this. One of us is going to walk out with 20. Kind of an interesting concept. Curious how many people are out there doing that. Okay, so this comes up across the timeline every freaking year, talking about the Mechaverse sale. Now, if you're a little bit late to the party, welcome to the party. First of all, grab a drink, take a seat, make yourself at home. But there was some just outrageous sales way in the past, and I think when you're looking at it, a lot of these sales were either wash sales or just teams' attempt at marketing. Because if you haven't paid attention, everybody usually just looks at the price and says, oh, well, the price is good, so let's look into it. Bitcoin being a phenomenal perspective of that. Yo, Fizzy, what's going on? Holy smokes, dude. I bought a sticker that was an NBA logo today, and the shop absolutely didn't have the rights to sell it. It was like 50 cents. I saw it. We put it on the side of the car. Listen, I got to now like donate 50 cents to the NBA or something, right? I've already bought a season pass. Disregard. Anyway, hope you're well. So the point being is this gets brought up in the timeline all the time. It was a totally fake sale, but it's like, it's funny to think about how crazy things were back in the day, but also highlights that we're probably going to see other kind of realistically insane things. And this one's going to be another. Yo, Pitch, what's going on? Can you give me a sub so I don't watch ads? Do I even have ads on this? Do I have ads? Listen, that's tough. Pitch, remind me to go cancel that a little bit later, and I will. And some of the other crazy things that ended up happening, there was a collection called Bloot that came out, and I go over like narratives, right? And you're probably like, all right, Shill, shut the hell up. You got these narratives. Everybody's got narratives. It's stories. It's life. Okay. But there's a reason for it, right? Because this was launched by a very popular cluster of people, and the price went completely nuts way back in the day. Went up like, had 9,000 ETH volume. If we go back and check out like what these things were going for, at one point they were selling for almost an Ethereum, and the last sale was like 16 days ago at $7. And why did it go to the price that it was? Well, speculation, the narrative around it, people just thought, hey, this is going to do phenomenal. You know what I mean? Brother, are we back? I mean, my timeline's saying that, but listen, let's go over some of these things, and you tell me. If Pitch says we're back, we're back. Germany is probably crashing out for selling Bitcoin at 54,000. So the nation states, everybody's saying, well, sorry, I shouldn't say everybody, but the conversation around like national reserves of Bitcoin. Yo, bit of Hoonsy in the house. What's going on? This was a thing that kind of happened, right? There's El Salvador, and there's no talk about it for most countries, but Germany had a bunch of Bitcoin, and they were in the news for dumping all of it. And now it's completely mooning. Imagine if they kept it. Maybe, they'd be doing pretty good. Whoever probably made that decision got fired, but listen, life goes on. True. I need a word so back from you. Listen, we gotta read the thesis and the study, understand it, and then we can make a judgment. Okay, somebody just flipped someone Top Shot for $3,500. We're friggin' back. Okay, cool. True. It was a Bronny James moment. And so what I love about this, and I'm assuming for anybody that's watched the NBA, you've seen, but basically, Bronny James, son of LeBron James, gets his final moment in the NBA, or finally gets to play with his dad. And obviously, very big ordeal. I think he passed him a shot, Bronny passed LeBron a shot. He ends up missing it, which is kind of tough. Was in the game for like a minute, maybe a little bit more. Nothing crazy, but of course, they had to make a Top Shot moment out of it. And now what's hilarious about this is because a lot of people are thinking, okay, well, what if Bronny doesn't really ever get NBA playing minutes again, which we'll have to see again. It's his rookie year. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. But what if this is his only Top Shot moment ever? And I was like, damn, that's actually a crazy thought. But either way, if we got first moments coming out, first edition rookies, do we even call it first edition rookies, or I guess just rookie cards? Yeah, I mean, let's go. Yo, JVB. What's going on, my Brumalachi? Clip it, GG's. True. Okay, so Cool Cats, they got the milk chug. Have you watched Cool Cats in a while? Did you own a Cool Cat at any point? This is the show they're producing. Sit back, relax. It's only 2 minutes. See if you vibe with it.
Blue Cat, is that your phone?
Oh, could be. Let me check. Nope. Not that one. Nope. Oh, I was looking for that. Ah, here we go. It was my phone. Huh? Delivery order. I wonder what that means.
Since when do you do delivery?
Since I installed the app on his phone without his permission.
What? Why do you have admin access to Blue Cat's phone?
I have admin access to all of your phones.
Enough tech talk. We've got a delivery to deliver. To the milk truck. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hot chalupa pooper?
Ooh, the app says our destination is coming up in 30 feet on the left.
What do you mean the left? The left of what? It's all sand.
You better pull over.
Delivery! Someone ordered delivery for Gilbert Gottlieb.
That says gotcha. We got.
Almost seems like a ploy to get us away from the chug. No, you couldn't break in there unless you could create magic portals. But that'd be impossible.
Did anyone notice a lot of things look like me?
You're just noticing that now?
It's probably because you're easy to draw.
I would have never thought that was going to go the way that it went. Like even remotely. Now, the first thing is that's like employee of the year. We're talking about like Dwight Schrute from The Office. We're talking about SpongeBob from SpongeBob. Hey guys, I have access to all your phones. They're all hacked. We got to make a delivery. They focused on that instead of phone. Wild. Absolute wild times. Cancel Cool Cats? Nah, it's crazy. Pitch Darmac, you enjoy that one? Okay, hell yeah. Robbie Ferguson from Immutable, a little bit of positive spin, if you will. Caught up with a friend who is very senior in normie fintech this morning. Lives in New York. He said, as of this week, crypto has rapidly become one of the most discussed topics of financial innovation. Again, immediately after, a team DM'd me that they were talking to one of the largest liquidity providers for a derivatives exchange who has apparently seen more inbound ETH interest in the last 24 hours than in the last 3 months. We're so back. Crypto is back. Pitch is back. Nice. Friendly reminder. We had a Discord hack. Thank Ape. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're into. Just be super vigilant. If anybody DMs you asking for anything, tell them to absolutely take a hike, even if you're friends with them. Just be uber careful, because we're going to see this happen way more often, especially with things picking back up. So just your friendly reminder. Yes, I finally got my ape post, and then the post lists their ape for 0.29 ETH higher. Days are back. Yo, what's going on? Stately's also back 43 months in a row.
Yo, sheesh, we're back.
Yo, sheesh. True. But this is crazy. So, and this happened all the time. I don't know if it's like an engagement thing. They're like, hey, we're gonna make like a post. Hopefully, there's a lot of apes on the timeline that are paying attention to this, that want to highlight it. People saying, yeah, I bought something here. Check this out. This is exciting. And then they just list it a little bit higher. Kind of crazy. Okay, any Pokemon fans in the house? Look at this. Listen, we got like our NFTs in our wallets, but imagine cases in your house of graded Pokemon cards. Absolute insanity. And speaking of insanity, have you met Mr. JVB coming through at 21?
Yay.
Yay. True. Thank you so much, sir. Holy smokes. Stately, JVB, two legends. Absolutely. But I mean, this is kind of crazy. Look at this. Also, whoever the hell Strife is, I guess they make rugs. Not NFT rugs, of course. Not crypto rugs, of course. But Pokemon rugs. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, one thing that I'm not really a huge fan of is, like, I like to a point where you kind of make reference to something, but there's a new collection called G's on Apes, and this is the only thing that I've kind of seen over the last week that's made me feel kind of a little uneasy. And so they basically made this like character, and it's exactly like Winston from Overwatch, and I'm just like, man, what are we doing? Why of all things that you have to do, why do we need to make it exactly the same looking as Winston? I like,
Yeah, we're back.
yo, my Brumalazzi, what's going on? A Hoonsy coming through on a 41 triple double banger. My man, thank you. Yo, Snazzy, what's up? What's up? Ain't no shot. This man tried to follow me with 21 months in a row. Ain't no shots. Nah, it's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. Funny nobody noticed because Overwatch is a dead game. First of all, true. Second of all, I think Overwatch could come back. If the 6v6 gameplay is all right, there's a shot. Apparently, it's going to be like just like a game mode. It's not going to be like the main thing. We'll see what brings it back. I've not really played it in a while, and I was like absolutely obsessed with it. I used to watch. I mean, one of the things that I'm looking for, and if anybody finds it, listen, we need crypto to go like, a little bit more. But one of the things that I want to buy at some point is like the Overwatch Season 1 cards. I don't remember if it was Topps or where that it was made. But I'm like, listen, those are the kind of grails we need in life. You know what I mean? Those are the grails we're looking for. Okay, so John Weath apparently has tried the OpenSea version 2 that's about to come out. And, oh my God, Pitch is coming through now. It's crazy. Talk a little bit about OpenSea, and Pitch is like, are we talking about NFTs? No shot.
We're so back.
True. Thank you so much for the 24 months. Absolute gem. True, and true. But it shows that there's a retro. It shows that they're a retro. So that means we are going to get a stimmy. True. Oh boy. So, I mean, so let's talk about this for a second. Because we've had a lot of takes on the timeline regarding this. First of all, everybody said we hate OpenSea. This is, a couple months back, years back, whatever. We don't like OpenSea. They've not done a token. This is all stupid. Now, obviously, with the landscape shift that's happened, and I think OpenSea's announcement that the V2 is coming with allegedly the token, as we're seeing these points, the retro system was before the election even happened. So again, they didn't like switch this based off of that, because I feel like we're getting a lot more open conversations, I guess, for lack of a better term, from a lot of big players as of right now. But OpenSea was already leaning towards this. But now the question is, were they waiting for this? And they think, okay, like the market sentiment's going to be good. How many other collections and teams out there were waiting to release their big products because of the market? Or were they actually still building? And this is a conversation we've had for quite some time of just, speculation on our part, because a lot of us aren't associated with these teams, so we have no idea what's the kind of behind the scenes for it. But either way, potential huge stimulus coming for the crypto space within Magic Eden's token and for OpenSea. And again, OpenSea is happening on, I guess this December, which will be cool. Also, to duly note, the OpenSea, I think this guy's the CEO, non-fungible human co-founder and CEO, of OpenSea. He's got a cool cat profile picture. We just watch cool cats. OpenSea guy's got cool cat. I mean, do you think that you're a cool cat, or do you think you're an uncool cat? Yo, that's the NFT collection, lads. Uncool cool cat, or uncool cat. Yes. If anybody sees that, let me know. We're going to find them over. Okay, fun to see our early beta users excited about the future of OpenSea. We want OpenSea 2 to be the home of NFTs for everyone. Whether you're a collector or a pro trader or something in between, that's why we built a beautiful collector view that showcases profiles, collections, and art. But that's just a sneak peek. There's a lot more on the way. What do you want to see in OpenSea 2? Now, OpenSea doesn't have as many chains available on it as Magic Eden does. Magic Eden, there's been talks about it just being like a DEX for everything related to crypto. I don't really see OpenSea doing that. Obviously, they could just say, hey, we're going to do that, and we see these mass battlers duke it out, and we hopefully the peasants that are like, please fight, and then we get to decide who we want to join, Game of Thrones style. Do we want to join Blur? Do we want to join OpenSea? Do we want to join Magic Eden? And then somebody eventually gets the crown, or the whole thing just ends up blowing up and nobody gets anything. True. But this is a little bit of speculation, so keep it in house. Remember the Genesis NFTs that were dropped. Ain't nobody talking about this. These things dropped. There was different rarities that were associated with it. They were basically trading for like, I don't know, 50 to 100 bucks at one point. Then they went to zero, and people are like, maybe these add to points. Maybe these are worth having. Maybe these were worth having. I would be so rich if I didn't buy GOG NFTs. Dude, the amount of pivots, the amount of just weirdness from Guild of Guardians. I remember like way back when there was, let me actually bring this up just to kind of, Guild of Guardians. I typed in Guild Wars. That is not what we were trying to go for here. True. But Guild of Guardians was a game, one of the first things that I ever got into within the crypto space. They had one of the early sales. They had these massive teams, and I bought one of the guild tokens. I think I bought a couple of them actually a little bit later. And then they ended up pivoting the entire game of like what it originally looked like and like played as. And I remember asking the person that was in charge of it at a point, I was like, so how do these guild things work? And I like didn't get an answer. And that was like my first, something's kind of weird here. But let's, they're still kicking away, and not to discredit them. I'm just, trying to side with JVB here because true. But I mean, like the token market cap's at 30 mil right here. So it's not like terrible. But again, I still think generally speaking, anything within the space, you have like market caps of around 100 mil. Because, I mean, listen, and people on meme coin, they talk about that stuff all the time. People are bragging, they're like, meme coins are like 500 mil. And they're like, it's undervalued. I'm like, I mean, maybe. Nuts. What is a Robbie Ferguson? He's the IMX guy, the IMX CEO. Okay, this is big. Financial advisor doing a mandatory unless opt-out allocation into Bitcoin for all clients. So I've seen a couple different takes similar to this at this timeline. A Roots market cap, I think, is about the same pitch. So again, same territory. Listen, I'm not saying anything, but listen, we got room to go. We are sensitive to, and this is, so imagine you hired a financial advisor, right? Not me, somebody else. Maybe JVB, the guy's a legend. So you hire JVB as a financial advisor and you get this message from him. We are sensitive to your opinion on this particular investment. If you feel strongly that you wish for us to trade for a 1% weight of IBIT in your portfolio, we request that you respond to this email no later than Monday, November 11th at 9 a.m., stating that you do not wish to participate in this exposure. We plan to execute the trade on Monday, November 11th at 11 a.m. We will be using accumulated cash or previous sell trades to establish the position. I mean, listen, I don't know. Not bad. And I mean, we're kind of seeing this in the market today. If you haven't looked at the markets, it's insane. Michael Saylor's micro strategy. And this is, again, like at 12 a.m. So like midnight last night. This is even higher today, by the way. This is even higher today. Michael Saylor's micro strategy Bitcoin investment surpasses $10 billion in profit. And you go over Bitcoin is 88,000. Hold on, I've been driving half the day. What's going on? Man, I left and it was like at 84K. What happened? Nah, that's crazy. So everybody's now talking about how this is trading like a meme coin. And I mean, I can't really argue with the community sentiment off the side, 77% bullish, which is nuts. The greed index is absolutely going crazy too. The Bitcoin dominance has actually fallen a little bit, just below 59%. It was hovering like over 60 very minutely, but I mean, what is going on, my Brumalazzi? Red alert. red alert. To the point where, like, last night, I think this was last night, no, the night before, Bill Noble's got a cowboy hat and he's going on a live stream. He's like, guys, we're about to hit the bull. And listen, I saw that and I was like, okay, this guy's kind of crazy. Like, I'm into the spirit. You know, everybody's on the timeline. Like, maybe it's just, he thinks it's a good time for views. No, he's telling people, like, get the hell on the market. And I'm like, I understand now, seeing today. Smoot saying, I just saw a TikTok about Shiba Inu, potentially hitting $2 this cycle. That would be roughly an 85,000x. 85,000x. It has a current market cap of 13.5 billion. I love retail. So this is the thing, right? We're talking about JVB as a financial advisor. We're talking about Gilded Guardians. One of my favorite things to do. Let me hold on. Market cap compare crypto. So if you go on whatever your favorite search engine is and you type in market cap compare crypto, you can basically compare different market caps, right? So let's use that Guild of Guardians, right? Because we were just talking about that a second ago. So Guild of Guardians, and let's say that it is going to go to what Gala is right now. You guys familiar with Gala Games? So that's a 34x. Again, this is mass hypotheticals, right? But it's only that way because of the market caps. But when people look at these things and they're like, oh, like, you know, SHIB is going to go to like insane amounts, right? And if we just say, I don't know, what would be on the top there? Sol, I guess, is kind of around there. So if Shiba Inu goes to like the price of Sol, it's like a 6x, which is like a lot. But again, when you compare it to the other one, listen, this is where people start having the conversations. And I mean, okay, so Pitch is saying Doge. If we go to this, okay, Shiba to Doge, that's like a 3x. And this is where the conversations then end up coming from, right? Because we have like Bitcoin, where people are saying go buy Bitcoin, but then you look at Bitcoin's market cap and you're like, okay, well, the world needs to buy into this thing for this to, like, in theory, just simply 2x. Now, which really part of the conversation is it looks like the world's about to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to pick and choose what you want to do. But again, the whole crypto space is absolutely ripe, like a good fruit from some place that has fruit that's not Canada, because we have winter months and things just, you know, it's not fresh type deal. Anyway, stay disciplined. Don't FOMO. The amount of emotions on the timeline is unreal. The amount of people, whether they're upset, whether they're happy, it's kind of all over the boards. Just realize emotions are at an all-time high. You have your plan, pick with it. You can absolutely FOMO if you want, but we've seen that do well. We've seen that do badly. I feel like we're in a completely different time because NFT collections, for the most part, we had like FOMO over certain parts, but now when we see the granddaddy Bitcoin go ripping, we're like, hold on, to get into NFTs, to get into tokens, what are we doing? The world, but not Steve. He's got root. True. Say ranks 5th among blockchains with the most transactions in 2024. Did you know that Say is 5th? And if we were going to ask you in general, do you know that the top ones go Solana, Near, Tron, Sui, Say, Aptos? Where is Ethereum? Where is Ethereum on this? There's absolutely no. Okay, there we go. Down here. Listen. What? Okay, so if we went into this and I said, where would you put Ethereum compared to every other chain right now? Where would you put it? I feel like it wouldn't be like 10th. So Solana at 10 billion transactions, Near at 1.99 billion, Tron 1.95 billion, Sui 1.59, Say 1.29 billion. The smallest ones on here, Avalanche, Multiverse X. Avalanche, again, making a lot of name or notoriety off of the recent off-the-grid happening, if you will. Yo, Hoonsy, we do have faker.root. True. Oh, hold on. JVB, I am going to try to copy pasta that, and hopefully this is going to work. Hopefully. I told you so. JVB just put in the chat and said I told you so through another person's tweet. Yeah, listen, that's called JVB. True. Okay, so let's argue about this for a second. I don't think people understand that everyone that is building on Abstract Chain, if they do an airdrop of some sort, who's going to get it? Oh, that's right, Pudgy Penguins. Floodgates will open. Don't be pengless. Okay, so do you fundamentally agree with that thought? Or is that more speculation? Now, I might ask for a little bit call of a friend here, because for ApeChain, I've seen where there's been like a decent amount of, hey, if you have like a Bored Ape, you're able to get like whitelisted for this. But I don't know how many things are like free. All right, how many things for Bored Ape holders have we gotten completely free from ApeChain? How much of it is like actually good? I know there's a big kind of 50-50 of like the turnover rate for a lot of local launches? That's the question. That's the president of El Salvador who invested a ton of money into Bitcoin. Oh, I probably should have looked at the hold on a minute. We're going to go back. We're going to redo that entire thing. We're going to take a little bit of a pause. True. So, guys, look at this in the chat here. Nayib Bukele, philosopher king, 6.7 million followers. Looks like the El Salvador guy. We've seen him on TV. We've seen him talk about Bitcoin. He says, "I told you so." He said, "I told you so." All right, cool. So back to this, right? Didn't Magic Eden do apes dirty by giving useless diamonds, or has that changed? Well, hold on a minute. We're saying useless diamonds. I thought everybody was super excited about everything Magic Eden and those diamonds. So if we're fighting that, you got to let me know, because like I didn't get that email. But again, like when we look at all these different collections, we've seen NFT start. I'm trying to think of like the way to word this, right? Where we have Pudgy Penguins who have now built Abstract. We have Bored Ape Yacht Club who like kind of sideways built Ape Chain, even though it was like through the Ape Coin. It's like not associated with Ape Yuga, but it is. You know what I mean? It's kind of a weird thing in there. We have Fluff World that is now building a Root Network. We have all these connections, right? And there's these big assumptions of, oh, whatever happens on these chains, those underlying projects are going to have something. And now, of course, you know, as a lot of us are these NFT holders, we're like, I really hope so. But I don't know if that's necessarily been the case massively so far for Ape Chain. So we need to do a little bit of research on that. But, you know, if anybody's got any thoughts, let me know. But diamonds are forever, true. Snazzy is all about lab-grown diamonds now. All the bling, 1/3 the sting. Yo, shout out Jared. All the bling. Okay, so if you haven't seen, Cardano went absolutely nuts the other day. And people were wondering what the hell happened. Well, Justin Charles Hoskinson just announced he'll be collaborating with the U.S. government to provide guidance on crypto policies. So for the first time in our existence, we have government that is, well, I mean, not me, I'm in Canada. I realized that our Canadian government just like doesn't talk about crypto whatsoever, like at all. And this is a huge conversation in the States right now, but we don't have it here. But for the U.S., again, there has not really been a whole lot of talk about policies. They've had all these Senate hearings. We've played different components of it, and it's always cool to see both sides of the story and people giving insights on it, but we've not really taken it that seriously. Feels like these meetings happen and then nothing gets done, so this is pretty big. But again, Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, crypto moved as a whole, but Cardano also joined in on that rally. Cardano is still going to zero. Yo, listen, JVB does not like Cardano, but does JVB like Bitcoin? Love the memes that are coming out. Everybody lining up at $80,000, talking about it, excited about it. Back before when we were covering it, I mean, generally in the crypto space, we don't really talk about like Bitcoin news except for the price, to be honest. We just talk about like all the happenings within the NFT world. But still, either way, the interest within crypto was basically nothing for a while, and then we're cooking. Then we are cooking. When Schiller in VC, I do need to join. You are right, Harry. I do. True. Maybe tonight. Apparently, there are 900 plus side events at DEF CON. JVB, did you go to DEF CON? Nah, no way, JVB going to DEF CON. Not right now. Maybe in a year's time. You know what I mean? Let's assume a modest $10,000 average across events, which just saying, imagine that they're paying $10,000 each. That's $9 million. Imagine if a portion of this was instead spent on ecosystem projects and builders. Can someone fix this? Now, this was something that was a big problem, and maybe the problem isn't the right terminology, but there's a lot of him and Han, right? Where there was hype around NFTs. The prices were insane, but the products weren't necessarily ready yet. But people were throwing these massive, extravagant parties to gain attention, have something for holders, which half of these events were a very like small portion of it. Where, for like example, with Pixel Vault back in the day, they had some crawls of going to do food, but one of the events that they had was like a 30-person New York Yankees event where you get to go to like MLB, the TV studios in New York, and go to a Yankees game. And so I ended up like buying the tickets off secondary because they did like a raffle for them and anybody was able to enter that. And obviously not everybody's going to go to NFT NYC. And I thought the event was great, but it was kind of one of those things that for some of the other stuff and where it was free, I ended up paying for that experience, but it kind of excludes like a fair amount of people. And so I never really understood that. But I mean, people are still out there trying to get the word out through events. I guess that's it. No, I'm too poor to afford a trip to Thailand. Fair. Maybe tonight, like a father's saying he'll be home for dinner. Well, listen, Hoonsy, I don't know if we're playing League. Listen, Dutch just hit me up earlier, and we're supposed to play all on the weekend. Didn't end up playing at all. So, are we gaming tonight? If not, then we'll be chilling, boys. True. When League? Let me know, pitch. Yo, Shield, did you buy those earbuds off TikTok? I think I just ordered the same ones. Keck W. No, so I think I just bought them on Amazon. I noticed all the Call of Duty pros wearing them, and I was like, I don't know. I kind of like the look. And then I tried it, and it's like it's a really good in-ear monitor where I can hear myself back on the microphone, where with like my normal bigger headset, I can't. So I really enjoy these, but they're a little bit finicky, and you might or might not like them and realize the buds are kind of iffy and different. Anyway, you guys have been insane today. There's so many people in the chat. I appreciate y'all hanging out. And it kind of just shows that we are back in a way, right? We've been doing this stream for like the entire year, just covering over the markets. We've not really had any like massive ups or downs, to be honest. It's kind of been like this lull. And all of a sudden, past week, everybody is back. We're excited. It's phenomenal. So going back to who's here. Holy smokes, Trukion, what's going on? Pitch Dark, Hoonsy, Narmak. Yo, Narmak. How we doing? There's nothing better than getting an emote reaction from Narmak in the Discord whenever you type anything. Narmak doesn't say anything, but he'll emoji everything. Snazzy, the Hairy Swan, the one and only. When are we collecting digital Pokemon cards? You let me know, good sir, and I am down. Stately, yo, legend, appreciate you. When the hell are we playing League? When are you playing Swain? That is the question. And I think that's everybody that's come through today. Yo, Schiller, look what happened to the BTC price once you started streaming. Okay. oh my God. All right. Well, it's Jover. Like actually Jover, but Jover. You know what I'm saying?